All right, back with you for another video. Today we're focusing on how to develop a move, how to be a great scorer off the dribble. So we don't have to have a lot of moves, we just have to have the ability to do one move very well. So if you're gonna be a great scorer, at some point in time you're gonna have to start scoring off the dribble. If you're not a point guard, you need to start working on how to score out of the triple threat. But if you're a point guard or you handle the ball a lot, you have to be able to move off the dribble. And the first thing that we've got to understand when we're trying to square man or square up our defender and score on our defender, drive and penetrate into the lane is, because that's where we want to break the defense down, is all those shots that we took in the lane, that's where we want to get to either find an open man or find an easy shot. So the first thing that I got to make sure that I have an awareness of is, where are my feet and my hips in relation to the basket? So no matter what I'm doing, ultimately, I'm trying to get my hips squared up to the defender because that's where I'm at my most lethal point. I am a threat once my hips are squared because now I can shoot with the ball on my right, with the ball on my left. I can drive to the right or the left. My options are a little limited if my body is turned. Now you might be thinking, I thought we were supposed to keep our body in front of our defender and the ball. You are, but you're gonna find times where you need to square your defender up. And in order to do that, you've got to get your hips. You're thinking feet and hips squared up because now you have so many more options. So we protect the ball here and keep this ball on our side, but ultimately we're trying to get our hips and feet squared up so that we can make a move. So step number one is, anytime you're handling the ball, you're always trying to get to a position where the ball's in your pocket and your hips are squared up. No matter what you're doing, if you're protecting ball and then you're squaring up, you're thinking, where are my hips? Where are my feet? Can I shoot out of this position? So you notice my foot was too wide there. I wouldn't be a threat to shoot as well as I would be right here. And it doesn't matter how I'm doing this, I always have to be able to get to this position and be a threat to drive or shoot. So once I can establish my feet and hips getting squared up, now I'm gonna try to give a hesitation. And there's a lot of ways that we can get a hesitation. We can do a skip dribble. We can do a rise up with our body. There's a lot of ways to give a little hesitation, but you're just trying to freeze your defender. So you just wanna slow them down. So once we get our hips square, we're trying to give a little hezzy. It could be a 1-2 or a 1-2. So left, right, it's almost like a little gallop. We can also kick that knee really high. I get squared up. I can kick that knee really high. I want you to find, whatever you do, the ability to do two things from this position. The ability to be able to shoot and the ability to be able to drive. Okay? So that'll look like this. Same thing here. I'm gonna keep my ball protected, then I'm gonna square up. Once I'm squared up, I've got to be able to shoot. So if I can't shoot, if I'm not at a threat to shoot and I'm not at a threat to drive, I am easy to guard. If you don't shoot off the dribble, off a skip, if you don't shoot well, that's what we got to start putting work into. And guess what? We can do that on the hash, or we can do it out here where we're working on squaring up our defender, keeping the ball in the pocket, and shooting off of that dribble hesitation. We're only working on two things. Can I square my hips up and shoot? Can I square my hips up and drive? Got to be able to do those two things, all right? So find what you do well. Find what you need a lot more work on, because if you can do these two things really well, you're going to be a threat to score in either direction. Can you shoot in the left hand? Can you shoot in the right hand? When you can do these, you become dangerous, all right? So first step, develop one move where you're going to master the ability to shoot off the dribble with a hesitation and to drive off the dribble with a hesitation, and you're going to be able to be getting buckets in no time, all right? Hope this helps. I'll see you next time.